The question is, how do I help my dismissive avoidant spouse settle themselves so that they are more emotionally regulated, assuming that the goal is to have a better connection? The short answer is that you can't really do that. All you can do is make it safe and okay for them to do that themselves. You can support them in needing to regulate themselves. You can find out what is making them dysregulated and see if you can do things differently so that they are not as dysregulated or activated by the relationship, by the dynamic. Maybe they have some trauma. Maybe they have some wounding. Maybe they have some triggers that come from things that happened before they met you, that if you could be aware of those raw spots, you could avoid certain triggers that would support them in feeling overall safer with you. There also just has to be a built-in understanding in a healthy relationship that sometimes they can't talk to you when you want to talk to them, right? Sometimes I can't talk to my spouse when he wants to talk, and vice versa, because I'm not in the right headspace for it to go well. Part of the safety piece is knowing what the objective is for the conversation. What am I trying to do in this conversation? Am I trying to repair? Am I trying to get through to them? Am I trying to convince them of something? We should never try to convince somebody of something while they're dysregulated. We never teach while they're dysregulated. We never try to get them to use the frontal lobe or their prefrontal cortex when they're dysregulated. They just cannot do it. It's not even possible, and you'd be wasting your breath. So you can just present yourself as someone who's safe, someone that's their ally, somebody that will be there for them when they do feel settled and ready to come towards you again. And also to do a little bit of a deeper dive, going a little, rewinding and going farther upstream. Look at, is there something that they are afraid of when they come to the conversation with me? So once they get settled emotionally and they come back to conversation with me, is there something about the way that these conversations go that I need to change so that they can feel safer sooner and also feel more confident and be more courageous and more willing to come back to the table once they're regulated? Because they'll feel confident, like, I don't have to worry about fighting myself the whole time because I have an ally that's supporting me. Being around someone who's emotionally regulated helps us stay emotionally regulated. But if we're not regulated and then we're around someone who's really escalated, it feels even more unsafe. So one thing you could do is you cultivate your own emotional regulation in the presence of their dysregulation could be an anchor for them.